Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. This is Safe Sakalala. I'm a little behind on the videos, and so I have to apologize for that. But regardless, I just wanted to give you an overview of the next several videos, what the next several videos are going to be about. The last part of the video, the last part of the series is what I call is what I in my intro. When you look at my community and the channel's community page, and you look at other descriptions, I'm calling it Drakeology. Right, Drake, like Drake. Yes, the artist Drake. He's an artist, and yeah, he is a rapper. Like because some folks might claim maybe he's not. But anyway, so Drake is going to be the focus of our last set of um, uh, videos, right? Now, however, before we get to Drake, we are gonna help you all. Just for some of you that might not be very familiar with it, maybe some of you are a little bit familiar with it, but um, for instance, you might be in school for business, or you might have done business in school, regardless of the career that you're in right now. So, if you're on LinkedIn, which I'm a LinkedIn, I'm a bit of a LinkedIn buff, if that's a thing. But like on LinkedIn and elsewhere, you probably are familiar with the credential of PMP. All right, and depending on what your job is, if you did, let's say you did in again, like you majored in business in school or engineering, right? So it could be civil, mechanical, etc. Other types of engineering or construction. Let's say you somehow construction management is what you majored in, and then some of us are software engineers. I'm self-taught. Others you might have actually studied in school, right? Regardless, you might have heard of the PMP. Like the credential of PMP, and basically that's just in full. That's project management professional. Okay, it's a credential. It's like the gold standard for project management in terms of like if for somebody to be considered like a good to be is the expression worth their salt? Or probably butchering it, but for somebody to be considered a good project manager, right? And you have the PMP, that makes you stand out. And it doesn't mean that without the PMP, cannot be a good project manager. There are very many folks uh, without PMPs that are good project managers. It's just that that's kind of like the gold, like it's considered a gold standard. And then there's other certifications. There's like being a Scrum Master. There's like I think what other ones like Scrum Master, and I'm forgetting like just a couple of other specializations that you can take, which will help you just get ahead as a project manager in terms of like credibility. In any case, the PMP is what we're gonna be focusing on in this series. Now, I happen to have a CAPM, which is the credential right below the PMP. The CAPM, in terms of like the theoretical subjects or topics, the theory, it's pretty much identical to the PMP. It's just that the CAPM is for professionals that have not accumulated enough project management hours. Now, when I decided to like get into project management, for me that was the case. I had not yet accumulated enough project management hours, and so I just went for the CAPM. However, those that know, just ask like my mentor, the gentleman that helped me get into project management, really just told me, kept said, just he kept telling me, and I'm seeing it for myself now that I'm studying for the PMP. It said really the CAPM, in terms of like the content, the theory, it's identical. It's just again like when you take by the time you qualify for the CAPM, they want you. In fact, on the application, they'll have you list the projects, the work that you've done so far, right? So, some of you might be familiar with it. Somehow you've been led to this video or to my channel somehow because you're familiar. You maybe you were looking around on the web, and so these videos are gonna be my own little contribution, my attempt at helping you all prepare for the PMP. And why is that? The reason is because as you might be able to guess, because I'm holding this up for you. This is the prop of the day. This is our prop for this video. I'm studying for the PMP myself. I already have the CAPM, as I told you. And this is Professor Belinda Goodrich. Her book is really is what I'm using, and I'm just finding it so helpful. You'll on your way to after you register for the exam, if you don't have the CAPM, then you'll be required to take some trainings with a certified vendor. Okay, a vendor that's that's certified to instruct in terms of to prep you for the content. Anyway, but I have the CAPM because the CAPM, those the requirements are much less. What is it? Should I say strict or onerous? And so this is what I used for the CAPM. And again, this right here is the smaller version of her book. Okay, so this is the study notes, the flashcards, the flashcard binder. I had to take out, long story, but it should have a metallic bind in there. And so this is what I used for the CAPM, and I passed. I have the CAPM certification, and now in a few weeks, I'm not gonna say exactly when because I just don't wanna in case God forbid I failed or something, but I do have the CAPM, rather the PMP exam coming up, and this is what I'm using. So just to show you, in fact, I've gotten till so I have just 3 chapters left. I have gotten up to chapter 13. So far, this is a total of 15 chapters. It also has practice exams in there, and so just to help you, just in terms of the overview of what the videos are going to be about, I'm going to be following basically her her listing, her classification of the content in her book. All right, so both, if you look at her cards, right, and so I'm just trying to make things symmetrical. And so if you look at her cards as well as in her book, you will see that she lists a total of when you include other things, it comes out to let's say 14 parts in the table of contents. But for the most part, the way she lists it, and she's going by the PMBOK. The PMBOK is the PMI, the organization that issues the CAPM and the PMP credentials as PMI, Project Management International. And again, that's the gold standard organization. So it's one of anyway, or just considered really the top or one of the top, right? And so the PMBOK, which is I believe the full version of the acronym is Project Management Body of Knowledge, right? PMBOK is what the PMI kind of uses to just to gather different sources of knowledge into one source to help project managers kind of just learn the art and science. It's both an art and both a science and an art, right, of project management. So Professor Belinda Goodrich lists. She breaks down the areas which reflect what the PMBOK has into a total of, so in her book, so chapter 1, she's just telling you about the PMP exam, and then chapter 2, she gets into what is project management. Chapter 3 is the PMBOK-Guide, right? Like PMBOK, which is what PMI uses to, like I said, to help project managers prepare. Then from there on out, after that, so depending on the way you look at her, the one that lists them better, but again, they're identical. When you look at both these, you'll find that this one is a neater way to put it, and so I'm going to be using both to just help put together to come up with the material that I'm going to be sharing with you all in the PowerPoints. But there are a total of 10 areas that you can look at, right? That where when you think of project management, that PMI or the PMBOK kind of focuses on, all right? And so I wish I had a pencil with me just because so I can count them well. But really, so here you go. So you look at starting from number 1, you have the project life cycle, all right? So what's that? So we're going to be looking at what the project life cycle is. Okay. And then number 2 is integration. All right. Number 3 is scope. So in fact, let me just go there before we continue. Let's say you have, not including one that come from the bottom, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. So actually, project life cycle is just an intro, right? But starting from integration all the way down to stakeholder, in fact, well, then you also have professional responsibilities is also a part. The main parts are these. Listen up. Integration, so project management life cycle, that's an important one as well. Integration, scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communications, risk, procurement, and stakeholder. Okay, and then after that, professional responsibilities, ethics. That's also very important. So she talks about that a little bit. But in a nutshell, that's what the videos are going to be about. Again, just we're going to be using Professor Belinda Goodrich's materials. All right. And this is the content, like the parts that I just kind of like broke down for you. This is what like I'll be in the videos, and this time around, I'm making a promise. And just like when this video, for instance, I was trying. In fact, I had a timer on, but I had to pause it at the 19 second mark. But in all seriousness, I'm going to try to keep these videos under strictly between 7 to 10 minutes at the most. I'm really going to strive to do that, because honestly, I really just don't. I don't want to go beyond that. I want to hold your attention, and I want you just to give you a nice intro in terms of like something that's not too long, but where you'll kind of just get a good overview sense of the content. And then from there on out, later on, you can sign up like for the trainings yourself, as you'll be required to. You can get this book, the book yourself. And I'm also gonna have a link somewhere on maybe below this video, where I'll guide you to my personal professional website. It's my professional website, but it's personal professional. Where I'll be starting a study group. This is for free, so you wanna you're gonna be required, if you don't have a CAPM. You'll be required to take a prep class with a certified vendor. But for me, this is a free service, study group, or a networking group, more like really a study and networking group. We'll probably be using, either just more than likely Discord, because it tends to work for me. I mean, so that's a bit of a dictatorial decision, but I mean, like Discord, and then we can have like Zoom meetings and whatnot. Anyway, but that's it for the overview of the project management videos. And so starting with the very first one that's coming up, we'll be looking at, I'll be kind of like breaking down her book, Professor Goodrich's book, into the blah, because we have 5 videos. When you look at my overview of the project management videos, I have total of 5, and so we're going to be breaking down this 15. It's going to be 3 per video. Okay, so the first one coming up is going to be the PMP exam, project management. What is it? And the PMBOK-Guide, which is PMI's standard in terms of project management, like the theory of how to pull off a good project. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and post this. I will see you starting. There's a new video coming up, and I hope you'll be looking out for all of them. But this was I just had to tell you about give you a good overview of what the content will be about. So I look forward to just, I guess, I can't see you, but I hope you'll be coming back for the other videos. And best of luck in your project management journey. All right, off for now.